Hello, and welcome back to another video. It has been a while, I must tell you. 3 months, really. so, so I'm just gonna do a simple video for you guys. It's a 8-hour flight from Melbourne to Manila, on the inibuilds A330 stock on MSFS 2024. Actually, I took this flight in real life. On my when I went to Australia for the first time, and I just wanted to recreate it. So I think last month I did Manila to Melbourne. I didn't record it up because I just did that for like personal reasons. But now, um, yeah, can't wait to do this flight for you guys as well. Finally release a video for you. And so let's just, without wasting any time, let's just hop into the cockpit and set her up for the 8-hour hop back to its home. Okay, so welcome back to the Airbus A330 cockpit. I've already started up the plane. I'm just gonna turn on the batteries. The aiders are on. The aiders have been are right now. They are aligning. The APU is on, and the lights are on. Seatbelt signs are on. So just gonna simply um, import our flight details. We're not gonna be on VATSIM for today. Well, for the first half of the leg, because by the time I'm recording this, unfortunately, the website to pre-file your flight plan has gone down. So, um, we won't be on VATSIM for today, but it's fine. So, just gonna import the payload here. Apply instant. There we go. Okay. Now we are gonna set up our plane here. Just gonna tune to 122 decibels just in case if we ever go on to VATSIM. Right, so init request. So Melbourne to Manila. Our alternate is Clark. PR210. Cost index is 217. For level 280, we have a step climb to level 400 later on. So the departure runway for Melbourne, we can take a look here. Runway 34. So if we're gonna check the charts here, runway 34. Okay, that's correct. So runway 34 on the Kappa. Let's say the Kappa 3 departure. Kappa 3. I think that should be it. Then we'll also put in the arrival for Manila so we can get a more accurate arrival time. Ibago 3 Papa on for ILS 24. What? Hang on. Okay. ILS 24 Ibago 3 Papa. None. Insert. Okay. So so that's our flight plan sorted out. Next off, we're gonna put in our weights here. 150.4, 26.3 on the CG. Block is 48.0. Nice. And then finally, we will do our performance page. Okay, so man, we are flying this really fast. So runway conditions, runway 34, surface dry. Yeah, I don't know if it rained, but okay. We'll keep the packs on. So we'll send that to our FMC, or our McDo. So we got a V1 of 159, VR163, V2 164, FAPS 1, Flex 53. Okay. And well, you look at that. Our airs have been aligned. So we'll put this to, since there's no ATC, we'll set this to flight level 380 now. Okay. Now, what I'm going to show is a bit of a pilot thing. So, because I learned this from a YouTube video. So we go here to our select index. So this is what actual pilots do. I'm going to take our secondary flight plan here, and I'm going to put YMML 34 / the runway heading, which is 340 / let's do 15 miles. So what this does is that it creates like a center fix. So if I just insert this at AvML, before AvML, so you can see it's like it draws like a straight line. So that is the heading of 340 and 15 miles away from the threshold of runway 34. So that it reads as, you'll see it as PBD. I forgot what PBD stands for, but yeah. And then we go over here to our custom waypoint. We set a hold, so computed, return, and then PBD. Then we put in our new destination as Melbourne. The ILS runway, actually, I think there's no ILS. Let's do the RNAV. Yeah, there is. Oh my gosh, there's actually no ILS for the 34. The RNAV, no star, no transition. There we go. So what you just saw, what I did is, this is what pilots do in preparation for just like if anything happens on the takeoff roll and we need to go back to the airport immediately. So we can just simply activate the secondary flight plan by just clicking on this button, but I'm not going to do that because that will just delete our primary flight plan, which is bound for Manila. So we go to our performance page. We're going to set, we'll set up the approach as well, approach performance, just in case in the situation where we have to return to the airport, we don't have to, we could just simply click one button and everything is sorted out in our MCU. So temperatures in Melbourne, I know it is very cold outside. I don't know, where's our, is there actually no, 2 degrees. I don't know what NCD stands for. 010 at 10 knots. No, 7 knots. 010 at 10 knots. And then we'll also get the minimums. So just stand by 1 second. There we go. 780 on. So that is our secondary flight plan sorted out. Perfect. Okay, now we can simply go to flight plan here, and we can actually, I think we're done. Yeah, we are technically done. Right, so let's do our checklists. The pre-flight checklist, our cockpit preparation checklist. Okay, so gear pins and covers removed. Fuel quantity, we have 47,640 kilograms. Seatbelt signs are on. The aiders, they are on nav. And BARF is QNH 1032. Cockpit preparation checklist is complete. All right, now we're gonna do our pre-flight. Oh, why can't I select the gate? There's some technical difficulties. I think the GSX profile didn't load in properly. There we go. Okay, Delta 7. Donata. No. Okay, so pre-flight. I don't know where the CVR test is actually. But we'll just leave that on. Engine fire test. Get the fuel pumps on. We'll also go here to ground. I think we can. How do you arm the doors here? Hmm. I have no clue to arm it, so just turn on the beacon lights. Yeah, parking brake is on. Okay, for some reason, I always have to do this. I have to manually remove the chocks here. No, not there. There we go. No idea why I have to do that. Oh, shoot, I can't do. There we go. Okay. Let's do facing um facing onto let's do west. Yes. Yes, we will do face west. All right. So let's do the before start checklist. So parking brake set. Takeoff speed and thrust. We got V1159, VR162, V2164, flex 53. So windows close both sides and beacon on. Before start checklist is complete. Guard cockpit, you may begin push off block time 29. And if you're wondering, yes, it is 5:30 a.m. in Manila right now. Whoa, what's going on? Because this flight leaves like really early in the morning in Melbourne. Well, no, not really early. It just leaves at 10 a.m. Okay, so ignition start engine number 1. Beautiful. All right, avail start engine number 2. Ang layo. I think we pushed a bit too far. There we go. I think we're stopping here actually. Yeah, we are pushing so far here. What's going on? That was one hell of a push there. Yes, we actually do have a good engine start. And spoilers armed, flaps 1. But oh. And APU off. Check the status. Okay, good. I think we're good here. Alright, we'll just wait for this tug to move over to the side. Then we can start our after start checklist. Okay, so I don't know what the tow truck is doing, but we'll do our after start checklist. So anti-ice off, ECAM status is already checked. Pitch trim, 29.3. Yeah, okay, that's correct. And rudder trim is neutral. The after start checklist is complete. Alright, we'll do the flight control check here actually. So flight control check, full left, full right, neutral. Yeah, that's my rudders. Pull down, pull up, neutral, pull left, pull right, neutral. Flight controls checked. Alright, so let's go ahead and start taxiing. So go ahead and get a bit of power. Do a brake check here. Okay, nice. So taxi checklist. Flap setting. Sorry, flight controls already checked that. Flap setting 1+F. Radar predictive wind shear on an auto. Engine mode select is on norm. ECAM mode takeoff, no blue. Taxi checklist is complete. are a bit quick here. Let's calm down. All right. While we're taxing here, might as well just give you an update on what I've been up to actually. So far nothing much. I've been just enjoying the summer. Is that it? The reason why there's been a lack of upload is because number one, I was busy with some projects. Even though it's summer, I've been doing some projects in terms of like video projects because I'm a video editor and videographer as well. Been serving in the church and besides that, I also came from a graduation trip from Japan that lasted like nearly 2 weeks. So that was fun as well. And also, what else can I say? Yeah, just been enjoying life. And whilst we're at it, by the time I'm recording this video, the Synaptic A220, the Synaptic inibuilds A220 was recently released, like 2 or 3 days now, 2 or 3 days ago now. And Jesus, why is our plane like? Is it always this bumpy in Melbourne? Going back to what I was saying. The reason why I'm bringing up the Synaptic A220 into like discussion right now is because I've recently seen some drama going on with the A220. Heard it's not that good yet, and I must say that the systems wise it looks pretty solid, but I might have to agree with some of the flight sim content creators where it's actually not that optimized because I stumbled across a video recently on my For You page on YouTube where one of the like somebody bought the A220 and the performance is horrible. And the reason why we don't see that is because inibuilds and Synaptic, they're partners, like for example, London Controllers, Chewy, A330 driver, people like that. They were given copies of the A220 because first of all they're partners and they can easily advertise it. But for the most part, these flight sim content creators they got like one hell of a system of a gaming system, and the performance there, the real performance, you couldn't see through that because well their system is very powerful and the A220 handles like butter for them. But for the consumer market where majority of us we have like mid-range PCs, and for people who can't afford the A220, who can't afford a more powerful system, they would have to suffer to the lack of optimization. So hopefully inibuilds and Synaptic are working on that, and but I'm also planning to buy it as well. So yeah. Okay, so coming up to runway 34 here. So we'll do the lineup checklist. Runway 34 is verified. Cabin is secured. Packs 1 and 2 are on. The lineup checklist is complete. Yeah, I think it's actually that bumpy in Melbourne. I don't know if it's actually like, I don't know if the terrain data is messed up, but oh well. All right. Get the plane lined up here. Turn off the nose wheel steering. And let's stretch her legs. Hang on. Why is our plane moving like this? Alright. We'll keep the nose wheel steering on. Manflex 53 SRS when the all thrust is blue. $100 knots. Rotate. Positive rate. You're up. Nav. Alright, nice. Thrust climb, alt cruise blue. The only thing I hate about this plane is that it handles weirdly. It doesn't feel heavy. You know what I mean. Autopilot engaged. Let's do... Okay, we'll just let the flaps retract. Flap 0, speed check, flap 0. Beautiful morning sunrise over at Melbourne. Yeah, that looks really good. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, I forgot. We forgot to add in the step climb. Or has it been added automatically for us? No, it has not. Yeah, no. Alright. So, Tink. Never heard of a waypoint name like that. 400. Think. Is it one of those that I have to put in? Oh, it's not allowing me. What? And 10,000. Okay. So 10,000. Seatbelt signs off. Don't know why the no smoking signs are off. And we'll put, so our progress page, okay, that's why. I think it's because our max is 397. So when that goes up, I think we can add in our step climb. So flight level 380 is our cruise, Atmos 374, max is 397. Okay. And then we can delete our beautifully made secondary flight plan. Okay. Now this is the bit of the flight where I leave you guys. So if you've been a long-time viewer of this channel, you know how this works. I'll talk to you guys later when we start planning our descent. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the flight. Hello and good afternoon from the flight deck. The local time in Manila is 1 p.m. and we are about to start descending here. So upon looking on flight radar, it looks like Manila is using runway 24 for arrival. So in brief, surprisingly, got it right. So we're gonna start filling in our performance page here, and we will do the descent briefing as well. So the dashboard here, just gonna go ahead and update this. So winds are 3, the QNH is 1010. 010, temperature is 32 degrees, and the winds are 300 at 9 knots. Okay. The minimums for the ILS approach for runway 24 is, hang on, so let me pull up the charts here. For the ILS approach is 375. There we go. And we're gonna make a copy of that. Okay, so anything that we have to fix here? Not really. Everything seems to be in place, including the altitude constraints, so I think we're good here. All right, so descent briefing. So the charts, we're going to be using the Ibago 5 Papa, Ibago 3 Papa arrival, chart 10-2A, the Atlas approach runway 24, chart 11-2, and the ground chart for Manila, which is chart 10-9. Terrain we got for today, it's a big one, because upon approach into runway 24, we're gonna see some mountainous terrain. The highest, according to the chart, is 7,200. Lowest is 5,300. So we will have to be careful on that. Weather for today, as briefed, the weather, no significant change, just few clouds, few at 2,500. The temperature is 32 degrees, which is surprising because 2 days ago it was raining. And yeah, nothing is should be clear skies for today for our arrival, which is perfect. And 300 at 9, varying between 270 and 330. Operations for today, we will be using low auto brake for today. And fuel, if we go here to our fuel prediction page, we don't have extra fuel actually, so which is a bit worrying. I think Simbrief got it wrong there, and or it could be the winds. And Clark our alternate is Clark International Airport. Well, we will be arriving with 1.1 tons, so yeah, this is gonna be a bit tight, but you know, we'll see. So hopefully we don't have to divert, and hopefully we don't have to do a go around. Hopefully we don't have to do a go around. So yeah. Anyways, that's the descent briefing. We'll just have to wait for the top descent to come up, and I'm gonna go ahead and arm this for our first altitude constraint, which is flight level 160. Okay, now we just have to wait for our top descent. Okay, so as you can see, we are about to begin our final descent for the ILS approach runway 24. So the METAR was indeed right. There is a lot of clouds surrounding the area, but from simply looking out of my window, I don't see any cloud, honestly. I live near the airport, and I don't see any clouds. Well, from my view, but yeah. But my God, this is like night and day. From like 2 days ago, it was pouring it was raining cats and dogs. I legit thought I was gonna have a brownout, but thank God I did not. Although some areas near my from where I live, some areas did get a brownout, and not really the best time of their lives. Okay, so just gonna double check on that spy. Looks like we got some traffic going on, so I might report on Unicom. Go. Some few miles left to go. I'm gonna set this now to 3,500, which is the altitude we have to be at to capture the localizer. Actually, no, 2,100. We have to be under 3,500 to capture the localizer. And the glide slope, I mean. There we go. That was very violent. So you look at this, we are 7 hours and 45 minutes into the flight.
Manila Traffic Advisory 727, departing runway 24, landing initially to 3,000 feet.
Alright, I'm gonna put LS mode on now. Take flaps 1, speed check flaps 1. I'll put the approach mode as well. I'm gonna arm that now. Okay, so when we arm the approach mode, we have to do the approach checklist. So BarRF, approach checklist, sorry. BarRF, QNH 1011 set, seatbelt signs are on, minimums set to Barrow 375, auto brake low, engine mode select is on norm. The approach checklist is complete. Now we can go ahead and I think it will automatically activate for us, so I'll trust the plane. I hope the plane automatically switches on first phase. Yeah, it definitely does, yeah. There we go, lock star. Traffic Philippine 210 is on the approach, just intercepting the localizer for the Alice approach runway 2 for Manila traffic. And it has not. Okay, I want this plane to slow down now actually, so we're gonna activate the approach phase now. We are 11 miles, so it's crunch time already. There we go. Flaps 2, speed check flaps 2. Gonna help the plane a bit to slow down. Okay. There we go. And now I think it's the perfect time to see where the plane parked. They haven't landed yet? Oh my gosh, okay. The real flight hasn't landed yet, so we'll pick the previous day flight. They parked there, okay, so we'll go to GSX. Pick moving map.
Manila traffic, only 100 recommencing.
That's not what I want actually. Gear down. Hang on, let's just do the landing preparation first. Flaps 3, speed check flaps 3. Alright, Manila. Select from map. And we'll pick this, Bay 4. There you go. Alright, nice. Flaps full, speed check flaps. See if the cabin is prepared. Alright, there you go. Cabin is ready. Alright, so landing checklist, ECAM landing, no blue landing checklist is complete. Now, since I don't trust myself flying this plane, especially when it's the inibuilds A330, because it handles very weirdly whenever I start flaring, whenever I start approaching the runway. So I'm gonna let the autopilot do most of the work here. I'm gonna disconnect the autopilot like probably at around 500 feet. So yeah. Low traffic Philippine 210 is short final runway 24 middle traffic. And we're planning to vacate probably Romeo 4 or 5. Yeah, Romeo 4 preferably. Okay. I'm gonna disconnect the autopilot. Do you see that? The other planes, they don't do that. I don't know what's going on here. I have control. It's probably just windy. Continue. Oh shoot, hello.
40, 30, 20, 10, 5.
Spoilers. Reverse green. Decel. I'm gonna disconnect the auto brake now. Let the plane roll. And 70 knots. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Manila. No traffic Philippine 210 fully vacated runway 24 by Romeo 4 middle. Okay. Clean up the plane. Turn that off. There we go. So flight time of 7 hours and 53 minutes. Alright, here we go. So this is our stand, pre-planned from GSX when we were doing the approach. I have no idea why that China Southern catering truck is there. We'll turn off the lights here. There we go. And then we'll go ahead and turn into the stand here. Slow down a bit. I think we're way too fast. I don't see the numbers though, so I think it's his. We'll have to eyeball this using chase plane camera. And we'll stop here. Probably this will do. Yeah? Okay. Parking brake is set. And we'll go ahead and cut off the engines. Stop the block time. Oh, very good parking. Oh my gosh. I didn't know that was the line. And will you look at that? The jet bridge already connected. Okay. Let's do the parking checklist. Parking brake is set. Engines off. Fuel pumps are off as well. Parking checklist is complete. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Manila. So, I really hope you enjoyed that video. Sorry for the late, for the very inconsistent upload schedule, but I'll try to get back on my feet as soon as possible. So, if you have any more, if you want to follow up on any flight requests that I have missed, let me know down in the comments. Or if you have new flight requests, let me put down in the comments as well. Go ahead if you like the video, sure. If you actually liked it, subscribe to if you want to see more, if you want to see more content like this, and if you have any questions, go to the comment section. I'll try in my best ability to answer them as much as possible. So, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you around. Stay safe. God bless, and I'll see you next time.